Hey guys, it's that time to change the oil. So here, as you know, I have a 2008 335i N54 engine. I'm making this switch over. I'm a little late making the switch over because I've been using the Mobil 1 0W40, and as you may already know, 0W40 Mobil 1 no longer LEL 01 approved anymore. So I'm making the switch. I used that for about 3 years and worked fine, no issues with that weight. I am now doing the Castrol Edge 0W40, so this right here, and should have good success. I mean, really, Castrol is recommended. I mean, basically Castrol oil it's rebranded BMW oil if you go and get it there, so it's the same thing. And as you already probably can see, it says, BMW kind of Castrol preferred. So we've got it jacked up right now. I have to use two jacks to do this. I jack up on the one side here just to get me, because with the sport package, this thing is pretty low to the ground. I had to put my low profile jack in there. And then when I get that, I have to use my other jack over here to get enough leverage up to then do my low profile jack and fit it right under here on the main jack point to put a jack stand on that side, and then I still have to throw another jack stand on the other side. I've been doing it this way for a while. It's got a jack stand on, it's set, it's good. Even if the one jack failed, I have the other side to hold it down. But like I said, I put the other jack under there as well, just to hold it, and another jack stand just in case. So never could be too for sure about jacking up the car. So with that said, you take a 17 millimeter, take off the little plastic piece underneath. So we can go underneath here real quick. And let's see here. So you have this plastic piece. I'm leaking a little oil from my oil pan gasket, which it's been slow doing that, but I still have to change that. Just a little flathead thing undoes, and you just pop it right off and go from there. So we'll drain the oil, let that drain out, and then I want to let it really kind of drain for a while, so I'll let it sit for about 15 minutes or so. And then we'll come up here to the top and do the actual oil filter. And for that, I've been using these also for 3 years, or a little bit more. It's the MAN oil filters, which is basically the same thing as the BMW ones, for the most part. So we'll go ahead and get that going and tune back here in a second. All right, guys, once you have the oil drained, you're gonna now need to get the oil filter off. I actually got one of these from the dealer. BMS also sells one if you can get it from there, but it makes a world of difference. I'll move this rag out of the way so you can just kind of see. Slides right on there. Then I just use a 1/116 really socket for this. And then just start. I'd like to keep a rag that's just really kind of right by it here, just in case a bunch of oil comes out. But if you already drain it, then you shouldn't have really any oil that flows out of it, especially if it's cold, or if you let the car sit for just a little bit. Just take that off right there. Slowly unscrew it. All the oil that comes out of there like that. It's going to drain back down in there, and I still have my drain plug out. That way more of it will flow through there and drain on out. I'll let it get it all the way off here. Alright, now next I'll show you how to, ooh, that one's pretty worn out. I'll show you how to change the filter. Alright, so here we have, I'm going to take this filter off. So I don't make a mess here. Comes off just like that. And yeah, oh. Definitely need a change. I think I only have about 4,500 miles on this oil change. That was it. All right. Flathead here. Alright, so when you get the filter, you're going to have your main O-ring. That's this, that goes around the actual filter housing itself. There. Filter housing, and then you also have a little one. Right in this thing. Always sometimes a pain to get here. Right off, just like that. Alright, so you got both of them off. Check your man filter. It's HU 816X for the N54. And I think 3 series and a bunch of others. Fit it right on. Snap it. Lock and load. Now the cool thing with the man, you get your main gasket, O-ring gasket. You get your drain plug gasket. So when we do that, and then our little tiny O-ring, green one here. Basically, we're gonna fit this on over, just like that. That's on there. Now I'll take our new O-ring, main O-ring here. Fit on over. Slide right on just like this. Perfect. And it's ready to go back in the car again. Alright. Alright, now that we have the filter all ready to go, gaskets on, both gaskets are on, filters in securely. Put it right on in there. Start spinning on. Alright. Wrench back on. Now what I'm using the flashlight for is there's a little blue dot that's on the actual filter housing and the actual filter black housing. They're both housings. And they meet up. I always lose track of this little blue dot on the actual housing itself. There it is right there. Alright. Bam, right there. It is right. I know this is going to be not even possible to see, but there's a little blue dot here and a little blue dot here. Very, very faint. Those two meet, you're tight. You don't need to go any tighter. It already has a good seal. That way you never over tighten it or anything. It's very easy to do. And there you go. So let's get the oil pan out of the back from underneath, and then we will start topping up the wheel with the 0W40 castor oil. Okay, stay tuned. Alright guys, now it's time to throw some oil on in here. Got the plug all back on. Good to go. Taking that little seal stuff off here. Alright. It's going to actually take about 6.8 quarts. Here we have 5 quart, of course. 5 quarts of that. There. Open up the second one. Down here 6.5, so at least we'll start there. Stuff off. Keep an eye on this. Trying to find my flashlight here. I cannot tell actually. Oh, there it is. It's hard to see. Around here. I think that looks good right there. Man, it is really hard to tell on these Castrol bottles. I don't know what it is. I can't tell. I honestly can't tell how far. Far off I am. Let me try a different brighter flashlight and see if that works. Alright, well, due to the Castrol bottle that is not that clear as far as showing how much oil is in it, I think it's because it's a black case and not like the actual mobile or some of the other ones that are easier to read. So I got as close as I think I am to 6.8. I will drive it tomorrow. I mean, I'll start it up, check the levels. But I've also noticed that if you do that, it may say it's fine, but then once you're actually driving around, then it actually will go down, and then you have to add just a little bit more. So I'm going to start it up, like I said, see if it's checked as good. If it's good, then good, and then I'll drive it tomorrow, just keep checking it, and then if I need to top off a little bit more, then I could do so. I don't want to add too much kind of thing, so I'm not adding any more, and then just kind of taking it from there. Alright, so take the actual funnel out. Have to clean some of this stuff off. Close it, turn it, you're good to go. And then next we're going to lower the car down and start it up.